everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have another comparison versus video. Today it is on the 2022 Honda Pilot, and I also had the 2022 Ford Explorer. Now this is not apples to apples here, this is more like an apples to orange because this is the Pilot Special Edition, which is kind of like the middle of the road here for the Pilot trim level, and this is the Explorer Limited, which is towards the upper end trim there of the Explorers there. Price tag is about $8,000 off. The Explorer is right around $52,000, and the Pilot is right around $44,000 MSRP. But on the size spectrum, on the some of the features on the inside and some of the styling, it is very similar to what you may find comparable apples to apples here on the Explorer and on the Pilot. So it gives us a good comparison. And so let's get this video started real quick right now. If you could, please subscribe to my channel before we get started and like this video. It would help me out so much. Let's get started with the front ends. All right, let's start here with the 2022 Ford Explorer. Big, broad headlights here that are LED for the high beams and for the low beams here. You do have your daytime running light, and then you also do have Ford or Explorer here spelled out right on the headlight. Pretty cool little design cue. Headlights lead right into this silver grille here. Big, broad silver grille. Very nice design. You also have the big Ford logo here on the front, and then also right below the Ford logo is where the housing of the front camera that is here on this Ford Explorer. You can get 360-degree camera here on this Ford Explorer. That is not an option currently on the Honda Pilot, but Ford Explorer, you can have the camera view all the way around the vehicle. Very, very nice. Leading on down here, little split in the grille that leads over to your fog lights that are right here, LED fog lights. And then below that, you do also have sensors here on the front of the vehicle that allows you to actually know when you're getting close to something. It will actually beep at you and allow you to know that you're getting close. Down in the middle of the grille, down on the bottom portion here, you do have a little rectangle on the bottom. It's a flat surface, and that's actually for some of your safety features here on the Ford Explorer, like the adaptive cruise control and the Ford autonomous emergency braking there. Big broad hood that has a little scoop in the middle there, and this looks, you know, the front end is a lot larger than, say, on the Honda Pilot, and the main reason is Ford really went for a more masculine, muscular feel here on the Ford Explorer. Honda took a little different design. Let's go over to this Honda Pilot. So Honda Pilot, instead of a broad flat hood that has like a blunt end on the end here, Honda went with a hood that has more of a slope. Now here's the thing, with the Ford Explorer having that big, long, straight hood and it has a blunt end there, it looks more aggressive. But then on the Honda Pilot, with it more of a slope, it is easier to actually see out of the front and actually drive the Honda Pilot. You can see the front of the vehicle a little bit better. Now, the good thing that Ford gives you is actually those sensors in the front camera, so you know that helps as well. So you got to give and you take some here. But sloping hood here, this is the Sonic Gray color here on the Honda Pilot. You have these black accents here that go all the way through the grille, a big Honda logo here on the Special Edition. You do also have your LED turn signal, or LED daytime running lights, excuse me, and you do have an LED headlight. Now the high beams here is halogen bulbs, so the high beams are right there, located there, and they are halogen bulb. Turn signal down here in this lower portion, and then you also do have a fog light down here as well. You have some black accents that lead it onto the front there, and then you do have on this the Sonic Gray color leads all the way to over here as well. Now down below here, you do have that gloss black on this vehicle, and this vehicle does come equipped with your Ford autonomous emergency braking and adaptive cruise control as well. The sensors are actually housed right here in the Honda logo, which is pretty cool. So that's the front end design. Little differences here and there. Let me know real quick which one you think looks better on the front, the Honda Pilot or the Ford Explorer. And while you're doing that, let's go around to the rear of the vehicle. All right, so welcome to the rear of the Ford Explorer and Honda Pilot. Let's start with the Honda Pilot here on this side real quick. So right on the top there, you'll see that you have your antenna on the top that is a shark fin design. Coming on down, you do have this nice little spoiler that goes to the back that is body colored here on the Pilot. You also have your third brake light there at the top. Windshield, or the rear wiper, not windshield, but rear wiper here on the back. Nice design there. Honda logo below that, backup camera right below the Honda logo, and then you have these LED brake lights here on the Honda Pilot, LED reverse lights, and then halogen bulb here on the turn signal. Pilot spelled out here on the back, and then some black plastic cladding on the back portion here with some gloss black on the lower bottom there. And again, Pilot spelled out on that side, special edition all-wheel drive on the right side of the vehicle. That does have a power liftgate, so does the Ford Explorer. Let's lead over here. You'll see, starting with the top again, you'll see that you have a shark fin antenna on the top there as well, but this one is actually a black matte color on the top there. It is not body colored. You know, Ford, I wish you would have actually painted that. The body color would have kind of blended in a little bit better like the Honda Pilot does. Coming on down, you do have the nice spoiler here as well, third brake light. Same design here on the rear wiper. Ford logo right there. And then you'll see Explorer spelled out right here on the back. You have a backup camera here on the back as well. And talking about these cameras actually real quick, Ford actually gives you a washer on the back of the cameras there, or right next to the camera. So when you actually spray your windshield with water, it is actually going to spray water on your cameras to keep them clean. Nice little feature. Honda, you definitely should consider doing that. If you've ever woken up with some salt on the roads or some mud on your camera, you know, a washer would be very, very helpful instead of having to get out and wash yourself or wash your car just to get your camera clean. Good thinking there on the washer on the cameras for it. Great job. You'll see that you have limited spelled out on the bottom there. Four-wheel drive here because Ford brands this as a four-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive. And talking about that, let's talk about the drivetrain real quick after I finish up actually on this back of the Explorer. LED tail lights here on the Explorer with the halogen bulbs on the turn signal and reverse light there, silver chrome on the bottom there. You do have sensors here on the back of the Explorer, so when you're getting close to something, it will beep at you and say stop, stop, stop. You do have twin exhaust out here on the back there. It is connected through one tailpipe, or coming out of the engine there, one tailpipe, then it splits out into two outlets. You do have the tow hitch here on the bottom. Now, let's talk about the drive trains itself on both of these. So the Honda Pilot is front wheel drive by nature, but it has an all-wheel drive option to send some power to the rear wheels. Versus the Ford Explorer that is a rear-wheel drive based vehicle that then sends power to the front wheels when it needs it during slippage. So, you know, rear-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive, there are their benefits, there's downfalls for each of them. And you'll kind of see that the Honda Pilot with the front-wheel drive gets a little better fuel economy, but the Ford Explorer with the rear-wheel drive can actually tow a little bit more because that power is being sent to the rear wheels. The traction is a little bit better. You know, the braking power on this Ford Explorer is a little bit better as well there. So that, you know, that little bit difference is there. A little more towing, a little better fuel economy. Let me know which one you think is more important to you in the comment section below. And let's pop these trunks open now. All right, so let's pop this trunk open here on this Ford Explorer. Button for the trunk is right here next to the R on the Explorer name there. I was actually searching for it for a second there. So just if you can't find it, it's next to the R. There's a little arrow pointing down on it for the trunk release here. Again, power trunk here on this Ford Explorer. It does give you a nice bit of headroom here. I'm about 5'9", and I have a 6 inches to a foot there of space above my head there. Some of these SUVs, you can bump your head right on the top there. So you'll see, you'll have a third row SUV. Now there are 2 seats here on the back of the Ford Explorer. The Pilot actually gives you 3, and I'll show you that in a second there. But 2 seats here on the back. Both obviously you can have folded down or set up. This one wants to sit up. Actually here, I released it actually wrong, I'm sorry. So that is the head release there. And actually, this seat is power here on this Ford Explorer. I was doing it wrong. You see, you're learning, you know, just as much as I am. So power seats here on the back of the Explorer, nice feature. You don't have to manually do all the adjusting and all that stuff there. You do have a nice storage area underneath here that you can put a little extra stuff that you can actually hide from everybody when you put this floor down. So if you have some belongings you want to put under there and hide, you can do that absolutely. Speaker here in the back. In the third row, you do have some cup holders and some storage nooks down there in the back there. I'm gonna put a little overlay on some video footage so you can see this a little bit better. Little storage nooks in the back of the Explorer in the third row as well. Now, what I do see back here in the Ford Explorer, and I could be wrong, and I'll look some more here, you do have one 12-volt power outlet, but no USBs here in the back of the Ford Explorer. If Ford is listening to me, they may not be, but if they are, USB ports here in the back of the third row, that would be nice to have. There's a lot of folks who, little kids that sit back there, they want to charge their tablets. So it would be nice here in the back there. Let's jump on over to the Honda Pilot now. All right, Honda Pilot time here. Now, your release here for the hatch is right below the Honda logo. It's a little bit easier to find on the Honda Pilot here. So again, Ford, if you're listening, move the release latch there over to the middle of the thing, or middle of the hatch there. I believe that Ford did that because they had that camera that actually has the washer on it, so they didn't have enough space there on the Ford Explorer. But power liftgate here, you'll see again on 5.9, you have a little less room here than in the Ford Explorer. The Ford Explorer is a little bit more open, but still, you're not going to really hit your head on it as long as you're not a giant. And if you are, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bend over a little bit to get into some storage here in the third row of the Honda Pilot. So let's look at this Honda Pilot here. You'll see that you have 3 seats back here in the back versus 2 in the Ford Explorer. And these seats do go flat, just like in the Explorer. And you'll see that you have tons of space here, a nice flat low floor. In the third row, you do have some air vents there. You also have some cup holders and some storage nooks back there as well. On the sides of the cargo area here in the Honda Pilot, you do have little storage areas where you can put some items that may roll around. And then the same way here in the Honda Pilot, you do also have some storage underneath here. Now in this Honda Pilot, you do also have a multi-level floor where you can turn this over, and there's some hard section here on the back of the Honda Pilot. You can then slide that down, and it's now a hard floor. It's where you can put some stuff that may scratch up your carpet or damage your carpet, put it in here in the Honda Pilot, and add some space there. Overall, both of them are made for third row passengers with some space there, and both do an excellent job. Honda Pilot has a little nifty feature here with the cargo area that I don't believe the Ford Explorer does in that option here. Again though, in the back row here, Honda, if you're listening to me, there's no USBs back here in this special edition. If you're listening, please put some USBs back here in the Honda Pilot. There's kids and maybe sometimes even adults back there that want to charge their devices here in the back in the third row. So put some some USB chargers in the back of these third rows, guys. Let me know real quick. We're going to move up to the middle rows, or the engine compartment actually. But let me know, which one would you choose? The cargo area in the Honda Pilot or the cargo area in the Ford Explorer? Let's go up to the engine compartment. All right, so welcome back to the front of the vehicle here. Let's talk about the engines under both of these vehicles. Let's start with the Honda Pilot. Now, the Honda Pilot has the same 3.5 liter V6 engine that is made up to a 9-speed automatic transmission that Honda has had for years. They put the 3.5 liter V6 in the Honda Ridgeline, Honda Pilot, Honda Odyssey, and they've been doing that for years. You also have the Honda Pathfinder with that V6 engine. It is a tried and true V6 engine that will take you hundreds of thousands of miles. Very reliable. This vehicle does tow 5,000 pounds. Power is mated to front wheel drive. By nature, all wheel drive in this model because it has the all wheel drive option here. Coming over to the Ford Explorer. Ford has the 2.3 liter turbocharged EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine that is hooked up to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Both have automatic transmissions. Both have 9+ gears, 9 over here on the Honda Pilot, 10 here in the Ford Explorer. And this engine, the 2.3 liter, is in the Ford Mustang and the Ford Ranger, and now in this Ford Explorer. It is a good engine. You can tow 5,300 pounds, so 300 pounds more here in this Ford Explorer than in the Honda Pilot. And you also do have rear wheel drive here in this vehicle versus front wheel drive, and this has the Ford 4-wheel drive system or all-wheel drive because you don't have to really do much with it there. It does its own little thing there with the all-wheel drive. So both engines very capable, good reliable engines, and both there. Ford is also putting that 2.3 liter in some of the Ford Broncos now that are coming out as well. So again, multiple different uses for these engines in Ford's lineup, and in Honda Honda's lineup, and they're both good engines there that have different purposes. Ford went with the smaller displacement engine with 2 less cylinders and a turbocharger, and Honda went with the tried and true V6 engine that is more displacement, and has that 9-speed automatic transmission. Again, you let me know, which one would you rather go with? The bigger engine with the bigger displacement, or would you go with the smaller engine with the turbocharger on it that tows a little bit more power? Let me know. Let's go to the second rows in both these vehicles. All right, let's go to the second row here in this Ford Explorer. Well, because folks are going to be carrying people with them here in these Ford Explorers and Honda Pilots. These are third row SUVs that carry passengers. So coming into the second row here in this Ford Explorer, let's go to the door panel. You have black plastic here all the way across. You do also have some sun visors here on this vehicle that protects from sun getting in maybe a baby or a child's face there. You also have some chrome finish here on the door handle, a little tweeter speaker at the top there, nicely padded armrest here on the back door. Arm handle here, power windows, a nice cup holder there on the door, and then also you have some storage nooks and some cargo area down here in the bottom of the door, speaker grill right there as well. Leather seating surfaces here on the inside of this Ford Explorer. Let's jump in. I'm 5'9", like I said. This is where the seat was set for me when I was driving, and again, I'm comfortable. I also do have a panoramic sunroof above my head, which I don't get in the Honda Pilot, which is nice. Again, you have a little crevice here, little cutout here in the front seat that give you even more leg room, and you know, you have plenty of space here in this Ford Explorer. Ford also gives you this nice little step here that allows you to get to the third row. And you can just pull this handle on the top of the chair, move it out of the way, and you're allowed to get to the third row a lot easier than, say, in a lot of other competitors there. So that's the second row here in the Ford Explorer. Let's go to that Honda Pilot now. All right, so back door here in the Honda Pilot. Now, opening this door up, you do have black plastic cladding all the way across here. Honda does stick you with a lot more black here than the Explorer. Now, it's not much. The Ford Explorer has only a little bit of you know, chrome or different color trim here on the back door, but Honda goes straight up black on black on black here. Speaker on the bottom, little storage nook. You do have 2 cup holders here in the Honda Pilot versus 1 in the Explorer. Power window option here, nicely padded armrest, and you do have a chrome door handle. That is the one difference in color. You also do have the sunshade here and the second row. Very, very nice. Let's jump in here again. 5'9". I can't tell you that this is where I drove because it's the passenger seat, but it's still 5'9". You know, plenty of space here. I think you do actually have a little more space here in the Ford Explorer actually than in this Honda Pilot. Ford does give you that little cutout here in this seat that the Honda Pilot doesn't have, but either one you choose, great options here. You do have plenty of space as well, and you do have some vent controls, some USB chargers down there on the bottom. Now, talking about the third row here, you do have the little step-in that the Honda Pilot has, just like in that Ford Explorer, and Honda does have a little button here that you can press and get to that third row. So both make it easy to get into that third row, which is very, very nice, especially here. Again, we're buying these vehicles because they have space. That's the whole point of these 2 vehicles here. Let's go up to the front seats on both of these options. All right, so I have the camera off the stand now. Let's go up to the front of the vehicle. First, I want to show you the key. So this is the key fob for Ford here. Ford logo on the back. Unlock, lock, remote start, double tap there. Double tap on this button for the rear hatch, and then you also have your hazard emergency there as well. Nice key, fits well in your pocket. Let's put that away, and going up to the front of the door here. Big door handle to open up, and let's go to the door panel. So you'll see you have black plastic cladding on top, silver here on the door handle and the sound tweeter. You have a 3-way memory seating option here. Lock, unlock, B&O sound system here on this Ford Explorer as well. You have your power mirrors, power mirrors and power window options there. Door handle, little silver spoke that goes all the way across, and then you have the nice black armrest here on the door as well. You do have some cup holders here, cup holder and a little storage area, and a speaker down there at the bottom. Coming on over to the left side of the steering wheel, you have a nice air vent right here that does blow right into your face if you position it right. You have your fog lights and your headlight controls there. You have the button to press to release the power hatch, and you have your interior dimming lights right there to control those. You have your release here for the hood latch. You pull it twice to release it. And then coming on over, you do have your power seat option here on these leather seating surfaces here on the Ford Explorer. Very good design here on the Explorer there, very comfortable. And these are heated and ventilated here on this option. Let's jump on the inside and turn some electronics on. All right, so looking outside the Ford Explorer, you have a good view outside the front of the vehicle here. Turn the air down a little bit so it doesn't blast in your face. You do have this very nice panoramic sunroof that stretches all the way to the rear of right behind the second row seats there. Very nice. Coming above your head, you do have a sunglass holder there. You also do have some controls here for your sunroof. You have your lights here, and then also you do have your auto dimming rear view mirror right there. Coming on down, you have this nice 8-inch touchscreen that is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatible. You do have two nice air vents right on the side of this touchscreen as well. There is an option here on the Ford Explorer to get a very big tablet style display that sits basically right up out of the dash there, right in your view. Those are on top or higher end trim levels there. Nice little storage nook down here below. You also have your power on and off right there for the engine. Coming down a little bit further, you do have your volume controls here. You also do have your camera option right there, and this will show you your 360-degree camera with your backup camera right there on the side. You do have options here that you can show just like the front of the vehicle. You can show the angles on the front here, or you can see all the 360 degrees. So very nice. Coming on down, you have the nice little storage nook down here as well with some USB ports down there a little bit further. That gives you the option to plug into the USB. Nice little felt lining in here as well. Kind of a little bit further, you do have ventilated seats here, heated seats, and your heated steering wheel option here for the front passenger and driver here on those seats. Coming down a little bit further, you have your drive selector, or your drive mode. Your shifter, I can't talk guys, I apologize. Your shifter here on the Ford Explorer, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then low right there as well. Just turn it like a turn knob. Electric parking brake, and then you also do have your drive mode selector here, which I'm going to take you over here. It actually goes through different selections here. You have not fuel low, you have sport, you have your tow haul, you have your eco, you have your normal, you have slippery, trail, and deep, snow and sand. So you have a ton of options here on your drive modes right there. You do also have your traction control off button right there, and then your downhill assist control or hill descent control right there. Two nice big cup holders, and then a little area where you can stuff your phone. You also do, talking about stuffing your phone, you do have a wireless charging pad right here where you can put your phone and it will charge it. Coming over to the storage right here on the armrest, you have a nice little storage nook down on the inside there that also has a 12-volt power outlet right there as well. Put this back in and shut this up. Nicely padded armrest here for you as well. And then coming over to the steering wheel, you do have a nicely leather wrapped steering wheel here that is heated. You do have your volume controls, you have your up and down options here for this center screen that is very customizable, very nice. Go through different options right there as well. And then on the left side, you have your adaptive cruise control options here with your volume control as well. You have your turn signal on the back here, and then your lane departure warning options are right here on the back. You just press that button and you'll see that it's changing there in the middle. On your digital or your tachometer or speedometer there, you have speedometer on the right hand side, tachometer on the left hand side, and then right in the middle you have that configurable screen right there. Let's jump on the Honda Pilot now. All right, so time to go into the Honda Pilot. You do have the traditional Honda key, lock, unlock, remote start, hit button for the hatch there, and then the hazards as well. Honda key is a little bit smaller than the Ford key, so it does fit in your pocket a little bit better. And that's the same key that Honda's had for years. Coming on over, smart key access. You pop the door open, and you'll see you have black plastic cladding here all over the door panel. Softly padded armrest. You have your power windows, power locks, and then you have your two-way memory seating options here. You have your chrome door handle there, and then down below you have your release for the hatch and your release for the gas cap. Nice storage nook there. You're going to put like a bottle of water, storage here, and then storage down the bottom. You'll see you have your speaker down there as well. Coming on over to the left side, you do have your power mirror options here. You have your econ button for your eco mode, and then you have some of your safety features down here. Traction control off, autonomous emergency braking off, and then lane departure off button right there. And then over here you do have your power seating options here with two-way lumbar support here on these leather seating surfaces that is heated. There is an option for ventilated here on the Honda Pilot. Let's jump in and turn the Honda Pilot on. So I'll give you a view outside the Honda Pilot. I'm going to turn the air down in here as well. So coming on the top there, you will see that you have a single sunroof here right above your head. It does not stretch to the back there, but it is a very nice open sunroof here. You do have your sunglass holder here. You have your options for the power sunroof, and then your lights options there. Dome lights, auto dimming rear view mirror with home link, so you can pair your garage door opener up. Coming on down to the touchscreen here, you have an 8-inch touchscreen that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. There is the option, if you want to move up to the next trim level, to the Touring, to get navigation built into this. But overall, very nice fluid system there. 2 air vents on the sides, and then you do have your emergency, your hazards there as well. Coming on down, you do have a tri-zone climate control option right here with all your settings. A little bit further than that, you do have a little storage nook, and then your 3-zone heated seat options down there. A little bit further down, you have a 12-volt power outlet, and then your USB cord hookup there for the infotainment system. A charging pad right down there where you can sit your phone. And then coming on down, you have your electronic shifter that has park, reverse, neutral, and drive. You have your drive mode options right here, which I'll take you up to the center. You have your normal, you have your snow, you have your mud, and your sand. Very nice. Coming on down a little bit further, you have your auto stop start option off button, 2 cup holders, and then Honda has a little different setup here. So instead of an armrest, they give you the armrest here on the actual chair, and then your storage area is actually right here where you can pop this open. You'll see there's some plastic in there, but overall a ton of storage here. Coming on over to the steering wheel here, you do have a nicely wrapped leather steering wheel here that is 4 spokes. You do have on the right hand side your adaptive cruise control settings there with your lane departure warning, and on the left hand side you have your volume up and down, answer hang up, voice control, home, all that stuff there. And a lot of this features control this very nice screen here in the middle of the screen here. So you can go through trip computer here, all-wheel drive, your torque, your maintenance, you name it, it's all in here. Very nice. Honda does not give you a speedometer or a tachometer here. Instead, the tachometer is here at the top in the digital format, and then the speedometer is actually digital right there in the middle, which I do like a lot. Hot cold option, and then empty full on the fuel right there on that side as well. Overall, very nice, very comfortable vehicles. Both of them are at that. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching the video up to this point. It means a lot to me that you stuck through the whole video. Please let me know, which one do you think is the better option here for you and your family? Either the Ford Explorer or the Honda Pilot. Both are great options, both have their benefits. The Honda Pilot is a little bit more affordable, but the Ford Explorer gives you some more features. So let me know which one you think is the better option for you and your family. I'd be really interested to know. And if you could, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Real quick before I go, I did want to give Hertrick Ford of Easton a big shout out for allowing me to grab this Ford Explorer. If you have been to your local car dealership, you know how hard it is to get some inventory to do some reviews on. So thank you so much, Hertrick Ford of Easton, for allowing me to use this Ford Explorer. We greatly appreciate it for my YouTube channel. If you would, like I said, please like this video and subscribe. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, let me know. Shoot me an email at paul.phillips7@me.com, and I will see you in the next video.